Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to LDS Boxing. We back with another one. We got these WBO rankings we're about to go through. It just came out maybe Friday. I forgot when it came out, but over the weekend. So before I get into that, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we get down. You can follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom. Twitter at OverJ, Instagram L Does Boxing. Feel free to tap in for sure. My man Tay in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. So we're gonna do a screen share so you guys can go to the WBO website to find these rankings. Real easy to access. You know what I'm saying? They come out like the third week of the month. You know what I'm saying? So easy to keep up with. You know what I'm saying? Easy website to deal with as well. So we're gonna get into it. All right, so start with the heavyweight division. We know we got a change at the top because Joe Joyce lost his interim title to Zilli Zhang. So Zhang is the interim champion. He's a mandatory for Alexander Usyk. I'm not sure when it's his turn in the rotation. I think he still lasts. You know what I'm saying? The bar is number one with the WBA, then Herkovic with the IBF, and then Zhang. So I'm not sure. Maybe he get the Fury fight next. We don't know. I know Frank Warren has some options on Zane, so that means he owe him a couple of fights. So that's what happens when you get an opportunity and you beat the champion. You know what I'm saying? The promoter will have options on you. You know what I'm saying? No real crazy movement in the heavyweight division. Jared Anderson moved up to number 7. Look out for him because he got a fight. He got a fight announcement coming up pretty soon, and he's supposed to come back July the 1st. So we're trying to see who his opponent is and stuff like that. We're not sure, but he was number 9 last month. He's number 7. So I think that's probably the only thing to look out for. Other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. So we don't need to get into it like that. So we'll see when the heavy hitter's going to come back. You know what I'm saying? Frank Sanchez, he's supposed to face Areola coming up, but we'll see. Joseph Parker is fighting in the end of May. He's fighting in Australia. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too sure about like I heard seeing his opponent, but it's not like a big time opponent. You know what I'm saying? It's some local guys he's supposed to be fighting. Number 15, Arslan Beck. He's supposed to fight. He's supposed to fight on Jared Anderson's undercard. You know what I'm saying? He fights out of Canada. He co-promoted by Top Rank. He like number 4 in the WBC, number 3 or number 4 in the WBC. So he got some high rankings. I think he's top 5 in the WBA as well. So maybe they try and build up to a showdown with Jared Anderson and Arslan Beck. You know what I'm saying? Having him fight on his card. So we'll see what's up with that. All right, junior heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? We know it as cruiserweight, but we know WBO, they call it junior heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence Okolie got a big fight coming up. He's facing the new number 1, Chris Bellum-Smith. That's May the 27th. So he's right back in the ring. He just fought in March. You know what I'm saying? So him coming right back after a year out the ring and having 2 fights in like, 7-8 weeks, that's what's up. So he's staying active. And that's a good fight too. Chris Bellum-Smith, it has a good draw from where he's from in the UK. I think he over there from like I forgot. I don't know the geography of the UK like that, but he's like at the beach or some shit. It's like it's not close to London and Manchester and all that shit like that. So that should be a pretty good fight. And those guys got history. They used to be stablemates. Got to have the same trainer. So we'll see how all that shit plays out. I like Lawrence Okolie though. I like Lawrence Okolie to win that fight for sure. Let me see. So David Light, he was number 1 last month. He's number 6. So he should be right back in the mix. You know what I'm saying? His performance against Lawrence Okolie wasn't great, but he can run it back with Brandon Glanson. I wouldn't mind seeing that again. That was a good fight. We seen Jordan Thompson over the weekend on the zone. He had a good victory. So we'll see. He's number 15. So that's what it is. I want to see some unification in this division for sure. 175, Light heavyweight, Arthur Batarev is the unified champion. He's in negotiations with Callum Smith. Those guys had a deadline, but they extended it because I feel like those guys gonna make a deal instead of going to purse bid. They're trying to put it in Montreal, so that if it goes to Canada, it'd be on top rank. You know what I'm saying? And probably like July, something like that. Maybe end of June. We'll see. Let me see. We have so these rankings, pretty much the same. Nothing too crazy with it. We got a couple of guys leave the rankings. John Pascal, he coming off a loss. He got replaced by the guy that beat him, Michael Eifert. You know what I'm saying? He comes in number 11. What's his name? Powell Stepien. He comes back into the ranking at number 14. So he's going to face Joshua Bawaxi May the 6th. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good look for Bawaxi coming back. You know what I'm saying? This is the guy, Sapien is the guy that Callum Smith was supposed to fight in March, but he pulled out with an injury. And then the next week, the WBC ordered Batarev versus Callum Smith. So y'all read between the lines on that. But Bawaxi, he need a good comeback fight. He been out the ring for a while too, and he's one of the top guys at light heavyweight. So we'll see if he can make a move. 168. We got undisputed champion Canelo Alvarez. He got John Ryder May the 6th. So that's coming up next week, pretty much. We under 2 weeks for that. That's gonna be in Mexico on the Zone pay-per-view. Demetrius Andrade still number 1 at 168. We seen some talks about him and Charlo. I like that. I think that fight long in the making. No real changes in these rankings as well. I see Diego Pacheco. He's number 3 for the second month in a row. So he, big fight for him should be coming up. I like the fight with. I seen somebody mention this on Twitter. Diego Pacheco versus Beck the Bully, who's just coming off a victory over Gabe Rosado. I like that fight. I feel like that's a good fight for them guys to make. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But no changes though. It's the dark horse in this division is Christian and Billy. He's like number 1 in the WBC. He's a problem. I think he'll give these top guys some good fights. DOG in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Yeah, that shit. Yeah. I ain't too familiar with it. My man JC, what's good with you? Andreas in the building. What's good with you? Salute. Appreciate you guys coming through. 160. Janet Baker's the champion. He's going to defend his title versus Stephen Butler. He don't have a mandatory. I see Triple G number 1 for the second month in a row. So I don't think those guys are going to fight each other. Let me see. Liam Smith. Now they should be announcing Liam Smith versus Chris Eubank pretty soon. Maybe today or tomorrow, one of them days, for June 17th, the rematch. So he's going to be occupied. I know he was offered the fight for Janabek. I think if he wins, they'll try to make that fight with Janabek. You know what I'm saying? That's the mandatory. I don't know what Munguia doing. I don't know. Let me see. Who else got something? I don't know who got something coming up. I know Hamza Shiraz he's coming off an injury. I like a fight with him and Denzel Bentley. That would be good. That'd be cool if he can get that fight. But the rest of these guys, I'm not sure what they got coming up. So Phyllis Cash, he's supposed to face Elmo Williams, but he pulled out the fight. So I don't know what they're gonna have planned for Elmo. All right, 154. Charlo, undisputed champion. We know he's gonna push his fight date back against Tim Tszyu to like the fall. So Tim Tszyu looking to come back June or July. So, if he's going to fight, it's going to be one of these guys in these rankings looking like, or maybe, they got like a dark horse in another division. But let me see. It remains the same. Jesus Ramos moved up a couple spots. That would be a good look, but I'm not sure if they're going to, have him come back that quick. The number 1 contender in the WBA, Israel Marinov, he's a new entry. He comes in number 14. So that would make sense, to fight the other mandatory, to kind of consolidate them joints. but I'm not sure if that fight is realistic. You know what I'm saying? Man, Renoff just come off a fight. He was on BAMs on the card. He didn't really look, too good. He's with Matchroom, Matchroom and PBC making fights, but I don't know. Well, we gotta see how that works out if he gonna fight Tim Tszyu. But I also like Charles Conwell versus Tim Tszyu. If he gonna try to stay active, I like that fight. So we'll see if he actually. I don't think Tim Tszyu gonna wait all the way to September, October to face Charlo. He gonna get a fight in. So we'll see what's up. Xander is coming back June the 10th, co-main spot to Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez. I haven't heard much from Castano, so I'm not sure. Castano made a good fight with Tim Tszyu as well. So there's a lot of options, man. A lot of stuff that he can do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, the kid. Yeah, I seen him. Yeah, I seen him. Yeah, he another one. I'm not sure his political stuff, but yeah, I seen him. He can fight. I seen that kid. He fought in Korea somewhere. He said he should just move on. Move on to what though? Well, give me some options. Drop them shits in the chat. Drop them in the chat for me, bro. Cash plans of fighting European. Yeah, I seen that. He want to fight the European champion. Yeah. We'll see. Based on what he said, of course. Yeah. Nah, I seen what he trying to do. Welterweight division. So of course we got Bud Crawford as the champion. We trying to get that big fight, yo. Let's not talk too loud so we can get it. Because the more we talk about it, the more we probably ain't gonna get it. That's just crazy. We got new entries though. Mario Barrios, he comes in number 12. Derek Cuevas coming in number 14. He come off a knockout victory on ESPN Plus. So we'll see what happens. It's all a domino effect at the top. What happened at the top is going to affect everybody else. Alexis Rocha got a fight coming up. He's going to face Anthony Young. Now, you see Anthony Young, well, I don't know if you guys, keeping track like that, but he was number 10 last month. Now he's number 8. So my thinking, Alexis Rocha and his team going to try to make that an interim title fight. You know what I'm saying? Just in case, Spence and Bud don't happen, whatever, the drama. I can see them kind of making that the interim fight, requesting that. So the more they fight, May 27th? So the new rankings are going to come out until like a week prior. So I can actually see Anthony Young cracking the top 5. And if that happens, that probably means they're going to request the WBO interim title fight. So we'll see. There's a little politics in play with that one. 140, Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. Like, real talk, this is a big fight. It's just these guys, they lost a lot of love with the boxing fans from their, since their last fights and how, they've been kind of like on the back burner. But that's a good fight though. Josh Taylor is a dog. He gonna come to fight. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo still, he has a lot of questions at 140. So it's a good fight though. 2 of the bigger names in the sport. I mean, in this division, excuse me. 2 of the biggest names in this division. So they fight in June the 10th. I like the fight. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Let me see. He said, just saying on a different direction because the Charlos don't know. Oh, yeah. No, they do. I think they know what they want. It's just dude injured. Like, if you injured, you injured. There ain't no other route he gonna go. Shit. Ain't no other route. He already done forced his way to the top. You know what I'm saying? He said Liam Taylor, number 10. He got a knockout of the year so far. He got a knockout of the year. He was the fight, January 28th. My man Just doing the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Yes, sir. So we'll see how these politics work for sure. Looking at 140, Barbosa and Paro, they have a purse bid coming up April 27th. So stay tuned for that. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. That'd be for the mandatory position. So the winner of Teofimo and Taylor got to face the winner between Barbosa and Paro in a division at 140 that's real deep, real stacked. So you can have good fights all over the place. Jose Ramirez, I'm not sure his status. He got a chef now. He's waiting for Richardson Hitchens to accept the IBF invitation for the final eliminator. We got Richardson Hitchens number 11, so maybe that fight happens. I don't see why not. Why it shouldn't happen. Hitchens, I think he's off the card. He supposed to come back. Came back on the undercard of Berlanga June 24th, but it look like he's off that. You know what I'm saying? So I think he may either have his own card, maybe in July. I was hearing about a Chicago card June 17th, but that's up in the air because they don't have a real true main eventer. Because Bivol supposed to main event that card. Dimitri Bivol, he's supposed to sit out and wait for Canelo. That's somebody who should move on, JC. Dimitri Bivol, he should move on. rather than Tim Tszyu moving on while I'm thinking about it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Hitchens versus Igagashev is a good fight. A real good fight. Sandor Martin, he's number 1 in the WBC. So he may get Regis. I don't know what Regis got going on. I know he's a free agent. So that's what it is. This kid Sean McComb got a fight coming up. I think he's fighting on Boxer. Damn, who he fighting? I think he's fighting that kid Kelsey Benjamin on Bewax's undercard. So yeah, that should be a pretty decent fight. 135, Devin Haney, undisputed champion. He got Lomachenko. So of course we got all eyes on that. Hopefully the winner get tanked. That's what I want to see. I think the winner gotta get tanked, and then after that, Shakur get his opportunity. That's just how I feel about it. But we'll see what happens. There's a lot of politics in that. Shakur number 2, he trying to get a title shot like ASAP, like right now. Let me see. Baranachek, that's the kid from Ukraine. Gary Cully, he entered the new rankings. He's number 13. He's supposed to fight on Cade Taylor and Chantel Cameron's undercard in Ireland. Not sure his opponent. He's a problem in this division too. I know we're talking about the usual suspects, but Gary Cully, he'll give these guys a tough fight too. 6'2", southpaw that can punch. You know what I'm saying? Got the amateur background. Like, I think, we can't leave all when we start talking about all these divisions and how deep they are, we gotta keep going. We can't just stop at the usual suspects because this guy Gary Cully, he can fight. He's just over there and fighting on Matchroom and knocking everything out, but he can fight. Let me see. Angel Ferreira, that's the guy that may face Cully, but this short notice, I don't know. Maybe later. Pitbull Cruz supposed to face number 11, Giovanni Cabrera, on one of these undercards. You know what I'm saying? William Cepeda, he fighting this weekend coming up. He's facing Jaime Abalea on a Golden Boy show. You got Keyshawn number 8, Frank Martin number 7, Keyshawn number 8. I want to see that fight. I think they can do that fight. I don't see why not, but I understand what's going on. We may see Keyshawn Davis back pretty soon, though. George Kambosos, he posted a headline July the 29th in Vegas in one of those small venues. I think the Palms. He's going to face Maxie Hughes on that card. So, you know what I'm saying? Jeremiah Nakathia, number 15, he got my man Raymond Mortala. That's on the Haney Lomachenko undercard. That's a good fight. So it's some moving and shaking. Like we can't stop after we get, we got Tank, Haney, Lomachenko, Shakur, then of course Frank Martin and Keyshawn. Then we'll stop. I mean, we forget about Pitbull Cruz. He's up there, and there's a lot of guys underneath that can fight too. So we gotta shout them all out. You know what I'm saying? 130. We got the champion Emmanuel Navarrete. So he supposed to face Valdez. I think that's gonna go down in the fall. You know what I'm saying? In the fall. He said Sando Martin remains well positioned now for sure. He is. He tried to pursue. Yeah, that's a good fight. Igashev is dangerous. That's a good fight for him though. Cully already in there. Yeah, I like Cully. Yeah, I do too. Tough fighter. Yeah, he different. PDH Big Dog in the building was good. Andre Southgate was good with you, bro. Appreciate you. Winston Lee in the building was good with you. Salute. So Navarrete is waiting on Oscar Valdez. Valdez has a fight, a rematch with Blue Nose Lopez on May 20th. Haney Lomachenko on the card. So if he wins, he got Navarrete. That should already seal. I know we got Archie Sharp, #1. He just fought not too long ago. I bet none of y'all heard about that shit, but he fought. I think he fought last week. But he's still #1. Like I said, I don't know if he can travel to the U.S. Him and Ohari Davis, that was linked up to MTK. They should just take a trip to the U.S. Come to the fight. You know what I'm saying? Take a, you know what I'm saying? Just go and see what happens. They might get in, they might not. We'll see. But I think he got a lot of opportunities if he can get over here. Let me see. Albert Bell got a good fight coming up to keep his ranking because a lot of the top guys don't want to fight him. So he has to fight to keep that ranking. He got a high ranking. You know what I'm saying? #7, Henry LeBron is coming back on the undercard of Taylor and Teofimo. He got a good fight too. His opponent slipped my mind right now. No, he facing Kristen Tapia, the kid that just fought Matisse. So yeah, Conceiao is coming back May the 13th on the Janabek card. So yeah, not too much. I know in 130, 130 can be a good division. We seen Joe Cordina last weekend. I think Joe Cordina is tough. I think he can fight. You got Shaki Foster, he's a WBC champion. Those two right there, maybe 1 and 2. Hector Luis Garcia right there too. We gotta see how he look coming back off the Tank Davis loss. Like we gotta see that. He has a mandatory due with Lamont Roach Jr. Their deadline to pass. So maybe they'll make a deal. We're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this division can be good though if these guys start fighting each other. Featherweight's starting to be a good division as well. It's starting to open up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Robis Ramirez is the new champion. So, he looked like he can be the best in this division. But you got Laura, you got, Lee Wood and Laura gonna fight May 27th. Michael Conlon, he's the new #1 in the WBO, but he about to fight for the IBF title. So as soon as this fight get in the next rankings, he gonna be out. So that's gonna move up on the Kagai, or maybe Joette might leapfrog since he's a top ranked fighter. I'm expecting Ramirez to make his first defense versus Joette anyway. Those guys fought on the same card, and I just expect that, but we'll see. But Michael Conlon versus Luis Alberto Lopez IBF title, that's May 27th. So we got 2 featherweight title fights on the same day. Lee Wood trying to get his belt back versus Mauricio Lara, and then we got this fight. So, yeah. Featherweight is looking up, though, for sure. Josh Warren's supposed to come back June the 10th. So, I'm not sure his opponent. He's penciled in for that day, but we'll see. Nick Ball got a good fight coming up. I forgot the card, but he got a good fight coming up. Ray Ford climbing up the ranks. Ruben Villa is back. He's coming back. He just signed with Top Rank. He's gonna fight on May 13th. He's a player. If he's active, he's a player. #14, Kamatov. That's the WBA mandatory. He's a problem. He's like the Gary Cully of the featherweight division. Tall, rangy, southpaw that can punch. He's a tough matchup. All right. Moving down, 122. Of course, we got the big fight coming up. Stephen Fulton versus Inoue. Can't wait for that shit, bro. They got rescheduled to July. He said very well paced. Alice is very well paced. Aleem, yeah. Waiting to see what some news about him. Aleem, yeah. Waiting to see some news about him. But we got that big one though, Fulton anyway. July 25th got rescheduled. That's gonna be a good one. And that's when we're gonna start getting some big fights. And I know it got rescheduled, but we're gonna have some big fights around that. Y'all stay tuned. Raif Salim, now he's supposed to fight for a WBC eliminator against David Picasso. David Picasso's team won the eliminator, and they supposed to schedule. I mean, they won the purse bid, and they supposed to schedule the fight. So we're just waiting for that. Raif Salim was also invited to the IBF final eliminator. So, and I think he accepted. So I don't know what's going on really. We'll have to see. Nah. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Ain't nothing to talk about. But salute to you though. 122. 122 is a decent division as well. Got some good names in it. I see Sam Goodman. He's a stablemate of Tim Tszyu, so he may have good fights to come up as well. I know he got a high rank in the IBF. You know what I'm saying? Luis Neri, he's still up there. He's the WBC mandatory. And he's don't forget he got that fight of the year with Zach. So, you know what I'm saying? I know we forget about that shit. That shit happened in February, but that was a badass fight. So it's a lot of good contenders in this division. We'll see what happens with them. No real changes though. Excuse me. 118. The title's still vacant. It's supposed to get filled by Jason Maloney and Vincent Astrolabio. That's May the 13th. That's on Zanabek's undercard. That's a top ranked card. That should be a pretty good fight. Pretty entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Pretty entertaining for sure. Number 3, Manny Rodriguez. So he's going down the IBF route. He's facing number 5, Melvin Lopez, for the vacant IBF. They already PBC won the purse bid. I don't even know why they did that, but they're gonna fight sometime in the summer. So expect that fight: Rodriguez versus Lopez, vacant IBF title on one of these PBC undercards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Ain't nothing to talk about. Salute. What's good with you, bro? Gil Coles to the building. What's good? He said what you mean. Nah, I mean it's I've seen so much of it over the weekend, over the last day and a half. I don't want to talk about it no more. I mean, maybe I guess everybody else can talk about it, but for me, it feels like it's old already. It's old. Edgar Chavez in the building. What's good with you, bro? That shit feel old to me. Now, only thing I want to know what's going to happen with taking this sentence on May the 5th. If everything comes out good, and then I want to see the winner of Haney and Lomachenko fight Tank. That's the only thing to talk about for me. Ryan Garcia, if he move up to 140, I think it's some good fights for him. I'll say take it slow. Get one fight in against somebody like Pedro Campa. You know what I'm saying? He tough. He'll be able to take some of that shit. Fight somebody like that, or the kid Danlito. So the only thing I can talk about is what's next. All the other shit that happened, I can't talk about that. That's already out there. That's out there in the atmosphere. But the kids, Danlito Zarella, the Puerto Rican that fought Arnold Barbosa last year, that's a good fight for Ryan at 140. So yeah, we talking about matchups and what's next. Then I'm your guy. I got you covered. I don't know. I like Ryan. I thought Ryan fought well. Actually, he just, made a mistake. Shit. I don't know. I don't got the answers. I don't got those answers, though. Let me see. Back at 118. So a lot of these guys, I'm not sure. They can make some good fights if they fought each other within the rankings. Gaballo supposed to fight a WBC eliminator, but I'm not sure. What's up with him? 115. So we got another vacant title. Johnson Nakatani versus Andrew Maloney. So the Maloney brothers, shoot, they got opportunity to be champions this month, next month. They fighting on Haney and Lomachenko undercard. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be before the pay-per-view start. That's a good fight too. Nakatani is another tall, rangy southpaw that can punch. Andrew Maloney gonna try to get inside and go to the body. So that's a good fight. Vacant title fight. And no changes, no good changes in the rankings. The rest of these guys, we still got top big names like Tanaka and Chocolatito that you know what I'm saying, probably looking for some big fights pretty soon. Jesse Baron Rodriguez is the new WBO champion. He gonna be out for maybe the rest of the year. Maybe he got a broken jaw, but you know he's still one of the best young fighters and stuff like that. We'll see. I want to see him unify with Sonny Edwards, but I'm not sure the timeline of that. You know, given his injury, so he may be out for the rest of the year. Let's see. Hold on. Where's my man at? Hold on, I missed one. Oh yeah, Angelina Cordova. He just had that good fight with Angel Acosta, the former world champion on Golden Boy. He comes in number 3. That's a good look. You know what I'm saying? That's a good look. He can fight too. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Let me see. Jonathan Gonzalez is still the champion. He supposed to reschedule the fight with Kenshiro for the 3 belts. So we're waiting on that. I know he had to pull out that fight with illness. And then, you know, no changes, but there's a lot of stuff happening in 105 though. You know what I'm saying? Titles. No, this 108. It's a lot of stuff happening in 108. You know, we'll see what happens. So the IBF champion has a fight coming up. He facing his mandatory, some Gala, this kid right here from the Philippines. That's June 16th. That puts me on the zone. 105, Melvin Jerusalem. He's the new champion. He won a title in January. He got Oscar Collazo. Collazo can be a star at these lower weight classes from Puerto Rico. That fight's supposed to be on the undercard of Rocha versus Anthony Young. So that's a good one right there. So yeah, that's what it is. WBO rankings, you know, nothing too crazy that I seen. You know, nothing like out the blue. If you look at some of these rankings and divisions, you see like middleweight division. There's a lot of guys you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think that's with middleweight in general. But you know, some good things popping, man. It's some more fights that's going to get announced and stuff like that. So this is the purpose of me doing this video or covering the rankings, because I'm trying to see what's going to happen next, to try to, you know, see what these guys is thinking about. And when you see little moves and little shakeups, that give you a good indicator of what's going to happen. So that's what it is, for sure. Oh yeah, nah, I don't got none. Yeah, 115. I like 115. That's a good division. Sonny is a dog. Great division. He said, when is J-Rock fighting? That's June 24th on Showtime. So got up there. Yeah, he's gonna face him. Naganji is gonna face him. That's a good fight. Yeah, I seen him fight too. Yeah, some good guys. The heavyweight division rankings is nonsense. What you don't like about it? We can go back to it real quick. What you don't like about it? Let me pull it back up. Let me know what you don't like about it. Yes, sir. Feel free to speak on that shit. I want to hear. T Street in the building. What's good with you, bro? He said, how can Wilder and Herkovich be below Jared Anderson, and how could Wilder bump up for inactivity? Chi-Town Finance in the building. What's good with you, bro? Let me put that back up there. So inactivity, I mean, he fought October, right? October. He had a good win over Robert Helenius, who beat Kanaki twice for WBA final eliminator. I mean, people was picking Helenius to beat Wilder. So, I mean, I think he bumped up because Joyce fell out. Well, not Joyce, but Zane. Zane was number 13. So Joyce came in at number 5. Like, I don't think you really argue too much about the top 5, really, because if you said Wilder should have bumped up, then who else better than him in these rankings? What are you talking about? You said Wilder. Yeah, although Wilder, yeah, he probably should be higher. I think he actually dropped. I think he should be higher, honestly. I know he had 3 fights last year. He didn't look so good in his 3 fights, but I still think he should be at least top 5, top 6, in my opinion. So I'm with you on that. Philip Herkovic probably shouldn't even be in there because he's going down the IBF route, but I get it. If for the sanctioning bodies, they're gonna want to get their sanction fee. So him being ranked, I mean, that's just common practice. So yeah, I get it. Jared Anderson's with top rank, so we shouldn't be surprised. He won the international. The international is the second highest rated belt behind the world title. So yeah, I mean, I get it. But I mean, inactivity. When you say inactivity, I'm thinking a guy that haven't fought like within a year. So when Wilder came back in October, I think he was off for over a year, well over a year. Yeah, he was over. He was so when he fought Fury October with 2021, he was inactive until he fought Robert Helenius. So then I with you because he haven't fought over a year. But if you fought October, the business of boxing ain't gonna have you coming right back. So I don't know about that. But the other one, some of them I agree with you. So, I don't know. You got to holler at the WBO headquarters. You know what I'm saying? If you go to their website, you can talk to their officials and shit. Send them a letter. Shit, I don't know. I'm just covering and putting it out there so you won't get blindsided when you see guys fighting for a title or fighting for an eliminator. He said at their discretion. Yeah, I mean, makes no sense to rise up in the rankings by not fighting. I mean, shit. There's a lot. Well, you gotta talk about everybody else, not not this heavyweight division, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can find some more now. Look at hold on, let me see where we at. Sergey Kovalev. When the last time he fought? What May last year when he fought Pulev's little brother? He number 8. Why he that high? We can keep going. Let me see where we at. Shit, Andre Durrell number 5. Joe Smith. You talking about inactivity, right? Okay, it's April. Coming up on 10 months since he last fought. Coming off a loss. He number 4. We gotta keep going. Come on, let's keep going. Let me see. Berlanga number 5. A year off the ring, inactivity. He number 5. You know what I'm saying? we can find one in each division for sure. You definitely find one in each division. Guys that haven't fought, they're moving up in the rankings. Look, Vincent Feisenboots. He was like number 12 last month. How the hell he number 10? He moved up. When last time he fought? Come on, bro. We gotta keep that shit. We got so all these divisions don't make no sense either. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Like if like you criticize, let's go all the way though. Let's get them. Let's get all of them. You know what I'm saying? Brian Castano coming off a loss, a year off the ring. You know what I'm saying? He was like number 10 last month. He moved up a spot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's get them. Let's get all of them. Let's not just get the the ones you probably don't fuck with. Let's get with all of them. That's how we know. You know what I'm saying? Ugas. How the hell Ugas number 11? When last time he fought? April last year? He moving up the rankings and stuff. Shit. Blood Cobb's number 5. When last time Blood Cobb's fought? He was like number 8 or number 9 last month. How he move up? Who he fought? A year out the ring, right? Inactivity. So that's my point, though. We go on and on about this shit, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like I just like the energy to stay the same, though. Salute to you, though, my man Andres. I like the energy to stay the same because it's like you point out certain guys and certain divisions, but you don't point out everybody. It's a lot of guys. I mean, look, Richard Coleman is still ranked. You know what I'm saying? Jack Callebaut, they dropped him. He was like number 3 or something, number 2. They dropped him to number 13. You know, I get it. But I just want the energy to be the same across the board. That's all. It's good. You gotta keep that same energy. He said, let me see. I go back. I don't have much to say about the other divisions, but heavyweight. I don't know, man. It's a lot, yo. Kovalev ain't far in a minute. True. Kovalev at number 7, number 8. Joe Smith. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, get on all of them. There's a lot of these guys. There's a lot. Man, the rankings is, I'm just pointing it out. But it's a lot of crazy shit to be happening in the rankings, though. This is nothing. He said, if another fighter or fighters lose their ranking, can that move a fighter in that for? Hold on. If another fighter or fighters lose in the rankings, can that move a fighter inactive? I say that happen in some cases. You know what I'm saying? If a guy is inactive and he's still he number 10 and somebody loses in front of him, they might bump him up. But it depends on the sanction body, though. Like the WBO, I seen them drop guys. Like they dropped Keith Thurman. He was like number 3 or something. They dropped him to the number 15. So it all depends, yo. I seen it happen both ways. So yeah, he's number 15. Look at that. Yeah, they dropped him. How can Thurman be ranked? I mean, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't, right? Yeah. Yeah, it should. I mean, it depends. Like I said, like my T Street said, the discretion of the sanction bodies. They do what they want. Shit. I mean, depends how much bread they have or the affiliation they have. Like, we know which promoters and who working with who. So, for example, we know Top Rank and Frank Warren. A lot of their guys is gonna be ranked in the WBO. We know that already. PBC and the WBA, they're looking like they ain't. They've been rocking heavy together. You know what I'm saying? I think Matchroom trying to be all over the board. Like, that's one thing I can say about them. They try to be all over the board. Golden Boy got ties to the WBO. You know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya was like their first big star. I know Tommy Hearns won the title, but I don't think Tommy Hearns was a bigger star than Oscar De La Hoya was in his career. And Oscar De La Hoya's first 2 titles was a WBO, 130 and 135. And at the time he won them, the belt wasn't recognized as an official world championship. Not until 2004 or some shit, 2007, some crazy shit. But Oscar was a 2-division champion with the WBO, so they definitely got loyalty to him. You know what I'm saying? So it depends. He said Coleman and Thurman rank. I mean, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's not just the heavyweights. It's all across the board. You can see a lot of stuff. These rankings move fighters up by not fighting. Just because a guy here actually fought and lost. Yeah. It's crazy. Eli Zachary in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. So yeah, it's no exact science on how these guys be ranking these guys, we all know that it's about the money. We know about that. We know it's about the affiliation with the promoter. So we know about that. But like a lot of these guys, like even the guys that we don't really know that much about, they be ranked top 5, top like. But some stuff that I do know, if you fight for their regional titles, like the WBO is good with this. If you're gonna fight for that regional title, like the NABO or the international, the intercontinental, and you defending that shit, they're gonna look highly on that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look highly on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I just gotta make sure everybody's tracking what's going on with these rankings. So hopefully we'll have the WBA probably next week. We're gonna cover that. The WBA rankings come out at the end of the month, the last day. So we're gonna definitely touch on that for sure. And so what you think about the possible rumor of Tank and Thurman? I can see the PBC doing it and would appease Tank and give Thurman a big fight. I mean, I don't see that fight happening, but it would be a big fight. I think that'd be that'd probably be like maybe the easiest fight for Tank at 147, if I had to say that. But I don't see it happening. To be honest, I see Pitbull Cruz. That would make up for the payday he's gonna miss out if they're gonna do that. But I see Pitbull Cruz being next. Because I want to say Haney, but it's too much politics with that. If Haney wins, that's the fight I would want to see. I don't think it's gonna be Shakur. I think it's gonna be like Pitbull Cruz and then a long shot with Frank Martin. That's what I see. And then hearing about Pitbull Cruz at the event, all the fans and shit following him around and stuff like that. Yeah, he done build his profile off of Tank. And that's one of the fights that, people thought he lost that fight. So I don't know about Thurman. He said that's true. Yeah. I don't know about Thurman. I see Thurman fighting Danny Garcia again before I see him fighting Tank. But we'll see. Should be changing so much in boxing. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. About to get up out of here. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. I appreciate you guys. Early morning shit. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't already. For sure. He said, let me see. Let me go back to that comment. He said, no Thurman, Pitbull Cruz. I think Pitbull Cruz more realistic than Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, Charlie, salute to you. And I don't see, I don't know, man. I don't see Thurman giving up no weight like that. I don't see Tank coming up like that. I don't know, but we'll see though. It's crazy. It could happen though for sure. He said, "No, it's all good, bro. Appreciate you. No, it's all good for sure." Yeah, salute to you. Peace, all that good shit, bro. It's all good. Y'all guys can follow me on my social media if you haven't. Twitter at OverJ, Instagram LDoes Boxing. I should be back later on today. We're gonna talk about the fights this week. It's not a heavy fight week, but it's definitely some fights we can tap into. Then we'll be going into May. We can touch on some of the fights that are coming up in May for sure. But it's a lot of things happening, man. We need these big fights. You know what I'm saying? We can get Spence and Crawford. That's dope. Wilder versus Weeds, if we can get it. Whoever. We supposed to get the reschedule of Virgil Ortiz and Stanionis. We got the reschedule of Stephen Fulton versus Naoya Inoue. So the summer gonna be looking good. Hopefully Fury Tomahawk coming back. We'll see who he get. Dubois versus Usyk. Usyk versus Dubois. They got a person bid coming up May 2nd, or the negotiations. That's the deadline. So that sounds like a summer fight if they can get it over the line. So it's a lot of things happening. There's some shit that I missed too. All these vacant title fights are gonna find a home on one of these on some of these undercard fights. Like Donaire, he fighting for a vacant title. Manny Rodriguez and Lopez, vacant IBF. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be on the lookout for some of that. So it's a lot of things going down. I'm just here to cover it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Ashley Corner in the building. Salute to you. So yeah, I want to salute everybody coming through. That's my time, and I'm out.